Previously on Survivor. For the first time in the game, Vinny voted on the wrong side of the numbers, as Jackson and Muriel got their way and convinced Allie and Kelsey to vote out Will. Vinny, having called out Muriel at Tribal, fought to amend his relationship with the girls, while meanwhile Jackson and Muriel worked on perpetuating further mistrust and doubt among the other three. However, when Muriel decided to tell Kelsey that nobody believed she could win the game, they lost any chance they had to turn Kelsey against the other two. At the immunity challenge, the final five had their attention to detail put to the ultimate test, and in the most unlikely of scenarios, it was Muriel who was able to crack the code and come out on top. Immediately after the challenge, Jackson showed Muriel the hidden immunity idol, cementing both of their places in the final four. Vinny began to scramble, once again finding himself in the middle, trying to appease Muriel and Jackson, reassuring them of his willingness to vote out Allie, despite his true allegiances being to Allie and Kelsey. Going into Tribal Council, Jackson and Muriel put pressure on both Allie and Vinny for not having received any votes. Vinny, Allie, and Kelsey all voted together against Jackson, of whom played his idol, thus negating all three votes against him. And although Jackson and Muriel had let on that Allie was their target all week, it soon became clear that the pair had finally had enough of Vinny's empty promises and returned the favor, eliminating the perennial favorite to win the game in a 2-0 vote.
So here we are, 74 days into this game, 9 days left, and we have a final four of 4 original Kelabu, but more importantly, 2 pairs, Jackson and Muriel, Allie and Kelsey, all 4 of whom who have played exceptionally different games.
Allie Donohue, a freshman student from Kirtland, Ohio, comes into this stage of the game as one of the game's most pleasant surprises. Having made an alliance with Kelsey on day 1, Allie always found herself in a position of power. She was a crucial member of the Savage Six Alliance, and from the swap stage of the game onwards, was able to turn the tide of the game, helping to protect the 3 remaining Kelabu girls and systematically eliminate almost all of the men in the game. She is yet to have received any votes against her, and until last week, had yet to be on the wrong side of a vote. She has won 2 individual immunity challenges and is set up well to continue that hot streak into the final week of the game. Will Allie be able to win her way to the finish line to cap off one of the most impressive runs this game has ever seen? On the other side of the coin, there is Kelsey McCaffrey, a sophomore from Chardon, Ohio, of whom has quietly maneuvered her way into the Final Four. Having been a critical member of the Savage Six Alliance and playing the entire game alongside Allie and Vinny, Kelsey has also found herself on the right side of most every vote. Although yet to win an individual challenge, and despite being labeled as the less threatening member of her pair, Kelsey is perceived as a major social threat, as her ability to connect and form genuine relationships with her fellow tribe mates has brought her all the way to the end of the game. Viewed by most as the most likable player remaining in the Final Four, Kelsey is most definitely a dark horse candidate to take home the title of sole survivor. Allie and Kelsey find themselves facing off against 2 of the game's biggest underdogs. First, Jackson Tinsley, a sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, of whom, despite having been labeled early on in the game as a target and being left out of the loop on several post-merge votes, has seemingly risen to power following the elimination of his longtime rival Will Wall and a bold idol play against his former ally Vinny. Jackson has been able to slip by numerous times both during the swap stage of the game and throughout the merge, and although perceived by many as the weaker member of his partnership with Muriel, has a legitimate shot to make some noise in the final stages of this game. As one of the game's most passionate players remaining, will Jackson be able to pull off one of the game's most unlikely of wins? Finally, there is Muriel Ossip, a freshman from Hastings-on-Hudson, New York, of whom has established herself as one of the game's biggest and boldest players. Despite wanting to play dumb initially, Muriel started the game off on a hot streak, helping spearhead early blindsides and aligning herself with the right players pre- and post-swap to propel herself further into the game. Muriel has been pegged as one of the more manipulative and threatening players remaining, as she is the root cause for the paranoia that led to Tyler's elimination at Final 8, and played a critical role in the elimination of Will and Vinny in the late stages of the game. Muriel's tenacity and confidence at Tribal Council, and throughout the game, has been recognized and praised by numerous players, and is definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially this late into the game.
2 very distinct pairs, 4 very different people, and only one of them will be able to take home the title of the first ever sole survivor at The Ohio State University. Who will it be? Find out right here, right now. Go Bucks!
I know. I feel bad because I really did go hard on Allie, but... Alright, so I feel great. I'm in the Final Four. I feel a little bit bad because I know I went a little bit overboard with Allie, but I really wanted to make it seem like Vinny was like safe.
Like, she was curious.
Well, I wanted to see how she would defend herself too, and she defended herself pretty well.
I know, which is bad.
If you're upset that Vinny's gone, I'm sorry, but he was just way too overly strategic and constantly lied to me, and I really am sorry, Vinny, but just don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't do it, because you go home. He was gonna win the game. Vinny was going to win the game.
Everyone knew it, so it's perfect. It worked out perfect. We're not flipping like
Yes,
but are we really gonna go to a competition?
we have to.
I think you could beat them in a competition. I literally think I'm in a perfect spot. I don't think, call me crazy, but I don't think there's any way I could go home next week.
I thought for sure it was me. I don't know why it wasn't me. They must have thought that Vinny would have definitely won. I don't know why I'm still here. Why didn't you vote me out?
Because Vinny was trying to run the whole game.
Okay.
Okay, well, Vinny went home, so I guess we're down to the 2 pairs in this game.
We're gonna have to see what happens.
Yeah, like me
The
and Jackson
competition.
are not flipping.
I'm not surprised that Jackson pulled something out. I mean, I was expecting that. He seemed very confident about not going home and how he would be safe. One.
I don't think, like, we're not
May the best pair win.
May the best pair.
What up? Final Four. Final Four. I'm pumped.
All right, here we are. Allie's here. Why am I here? Pair versus pair. Final Four.
Apparently, Miri's the queen in this game right now, and if I remember right, I made these crowns. Miri's crown will be no longer.
Final Four.
Final Four. We made it.
I'm just so ready to win, and I'm confident I can win against anyone.
There seems to be this like impression that like for some reason people view Muri as like more powerful than me.
I'm not taking Jackson farther because I like him or because he's my really good friend, because he is. I'm taking Jackson farther because it's best for my strategy.
I mean, it sucks losing Vinny, but honestly, I
I don't know. If I was Jackson and Muri, they should have gotten rid of Allie this week because they think Vinny was running this game. Honestly, all he was doing was running his mouth by talking to everyone and telling them things that they wanted to hear.
You got 3 freaking votes.
Vinny was never loyal.
Oh, that boy ain't loyal. We knew it all along.
it just makes it a little bit easier for us, to be honest.
And then we don't
Because
have
we didn't have to vote Vinny out.
Yeah, so that's nice.
So thanks.
Thanks for that.
I know he thinks that I'm really weak and that like, you know, he thinks it's like bad that he got idled out, that he like was robbed and like I was like the secondary to him. Like I know he thinks that part of it's probably true, but listen, find an idol. But the fact of the matter is you made final 2s with everyone, you were a pair with everyone, and you needed to go home because that's messy gameplay.
Yeah, Vinny's gone and he was my ally, but Allie's been my ally since day 1.
Final Four! Jackson and Muri, you're going down.
I'm here. I'm an individual, but I'm in a pair, so it's pairs versus pairs.
Next, it's time to start building my platform, getting my resume ready to see if I actually get there. I guess I have to make people vote for me.
To be honest, I watched this YouTube video and it was Kim Spradlin's One World game in 15 minutes, and I watched the whole video, and the whole time my mouth was like open because I was like, oh my god, I'm watching Allie play right now. It's kind of like the silent, sneaky killer, you know, that's Allie.
Jackson wants Allie gone. Fine with me. Like, really, I'm kind of confident if I can get to the final 2, I can win.
Here we are. Final 4. Final 4. Pumped and ready for the challenge. Final 2. I see what you did there. Final 2.
The challenge is in a few hours. I'm super pumped for it.
So much to think about, but every time I think about Allie or Kelsey getting a week farther, it makes me really upset.
Like, the more I think about it, I just really, really, really want us to be
I know. Every time I think about it, I'm like, please.
Because I cannot stand the other 2 winning. Like, stand it. I want us to win.
I know. We're so close. We're right here.
Okay. Obviously, we're gonna win, so nothing else matters, but like, Jackson winning over Miri would be preferable.
It would be perfect because I want to get Miri.
Miri has to go out.
I think definitely Allie or I need to win the challenge, just so definitely one of us in our pair has the immunity, and we kind of have that against Jackson and Muri's.
Allie cannot win this competition. One of us has to.
It has to be on our side because
I know.
I think one of them will want to go to the side that's safe.
I just know that Jackson and I are much more deserving to win than Allie and Kelsey, which is why I gotta take him further. It'll hurt my heart if Allie or Kelsey win.
I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if there's going to be some Survivor trivia in there. If we're going to be running around, we could be holding on to the lamppost this week. Who knows?
Yep, that's it. We got it. I meditate to this.
So they're going down, pairs versus pairs, and I think right now it's anybody's game.
Alright, I think we're good. One of us is gonna win, so. We have to. It's the only option. Whatever.
I think it's anybody's game. Anybody can win tonight, but I think it's going to be me, so.
Come on in, guys.
Welcome to Final 4, your last week of Survivor Time and Change. How does it feel to be here?
Great. Amazing.
Excited to be done or excited to know the results? What's up? Know the results.
Excited for Saturday.
Cool. Alright, so Yuri, I'm gonna have to take it back from you. Come on up. For the second last time, the community is back up for grabs. Around you you'll see 4 poles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You will each be given a pole. Step up onto the pole, and you must hold your hands in certain ridges on this pole. Every 5 minutes, you'll move each one out to the next ridge. Every 5 minutes, until we get to the 5th round, in which we will just remain there until someone wins this challenge. I think it's big enough stakes. Are there any questions? All right, we'll draw randomly for spots, and we'll get started.
No doubt. They gonna drop. They've not done nothing. You guys have 10 seconds to mount your pole. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on. This is so freaking hard.
Oh my god, I'm already flipping. This is really hard. I suck at things.
Everyone looking steady so far. Easy round.
Can someone entertain me? Oh my god, I'm gonna fall. This is gonna be so embarrassing.
Everyone's looking pretty good.
It's really freaking hard.
Mark my words, I'll probably be the first one in this. Okay, I'll tell you guys a story.
Freaking A.
I have a Survivor playlist that I listen to every time before a Survivor competition or tribal, and it's filled with all like girl power songs and stuff.
What works the least muscle?
Great.
I'm like shaking like crazy.
Like Fifth Harmony, Little Mix, Beyonce.
No pain at all.
Guys, how are we doing? So freaking hard. I'm shaking like crazy.
I was listening to it really loud, and my RA knocked on my door and told me it was too loud.
Oh.
I hate myself so much.
Yeah, you're both here.
At least if I lose now, they're either gonna put here. Jackson's doing great. Oh, shit, Jackson's out. I'm so sore.
How you feeling, Allie? So good!
2 seconds left in the first round. We might not get it. Good. 4 minutes and 23 seconds.
Mark my words, I'm not going to be going out. It's either going to be Jackson or Kelsey because I win the whole thing.
Kelsey might be easy to beat in the tiebreaker. Let's hope Mary stays strong. Well, guys, an endurance challenge that lasted 4 minutes and 23 seconds. But Allie, congratulations on winning your 3rd individual immunity. Guaranteed a spot in the final 3 and a chance to make it on Saturday, finale day. Mary, Jackson, Kelsey, one of you will not be making it to finale night. You guys will have the rest of the week to figure out who it's going to be, and we'll see you on Thursday. All right? Have a good week.
I am so pumped. You can't count out a contestant that's won immunity 3 times when no one else has even won it twice.
We're not with them, but there's no way they're staying together because that's fucking stupid. It sucks I didn't win, but I mean, the next best case was Allie winning, so now I'm definitely going to talk to Allie, decide who we want to vote out. I'm definitely want Miri out this week, so I think that's going to be our target.
It'd be better if we could get Jackson to flip for the sole reason that I think Miri has played a great game. She has manipulated everyone into an ideal situation for her.
So they're gonna reach out to us.
But the thing is, do they reach out to people? They never reach out to people.
Well, it's final. I mean, I just lost the person that I absolutely did not want to win, just won. It's gonna be really hard to get Kelsey out because everybody wants to take her to final 2.
I don't know which one they're gonna reach out to. I don't know.
They could just vote based on who they think Kelsey could beat in a tiebreaker.
Whenever I want Allie gone, she wins, and it freaking sucks. We're gonna get through this, and in a way, like if Kelsey goes, I'm happy that there's like at least like all 3 of us are like it'll be intense. I am always on the bottom. I've been on the bottom the whole freaking time, and I always get out of it. So I think maybe I can get out of it because I'm lucky sometimes.
They survived something.
For once in their lives.
In this game. Maybe now the perception that Miri is leading me will pay off because they'll vote her out.
Have you guys decided who you're gonna vote for? I just gotta convince them to vote for Jackson and try to get Allie to flip.
It depends on what happens before tribal.
Yeah. Good to know.
If nobody flips, there's a tiebreaker. I'm not gonna be involved in the fucking tiebreaker.
What up? So close. We are so close. Votes tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen. I could get 2 votes. Who knows?
One day to get Miri or Jackson to turn. No biggie.
Yep. So that's the plan right now. Allie and I need to stick together. It is like now or never that we stick together. I really need her.
I mean, who's gonna do it first? Like, whoever doesn't do it first, we're voting for.
Yeah. We both do our work and we see. Tomorrow's a big day. Might be my last one. But hopefully not, because I'm going to keep fighting, have some confidence, and try really hard. I mean, I made it this far, so gotta keep going. Almost to the finish line.
So, basically, today I met with Miri.
Hi. Hey. So, Kelsey met with Jackson, I met with Allie, and it's basically who's gonna flip. But the thing is, if one of us decide to flip, they could still just vote out whoever they want. It doesn't matter. So it's gonna go to a tie, and I'm gonna try my best to make sure that that tie is not towards me, it's towards Jackson and Kelsey.
Okay. Alright, 3 days left.
Allie reached out to Miri today, and Kelsey reached out to me. And I'm trying to decide how to play this because although Miri and I said that we both weren't going to campaign for ourselves, I have a hard time believing that,
Best case scenario, I get Jackson to come with Allie and I, and we vote Miri, all 3 of us together. Doesn't go to a tiebreaker at all. And Miri just goes home.
the way I'm looking at it, as soon as Allie won, I'm like, okay, I bet Allie is saying we should vote out Jackson, and I feel like you have my back a little bit, and you're saying that we should vote Miri.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because she talks to Miri and I haven't talked to her in a while, so it's like...
Thinking that obviously I'm going to try and get you to flip,
Yeah.
and Kelsey's gonna try and get Jackson to flip.
Yeah, which is scary because, if we both flip, then you guys just choose who you want.
Yeah.
I need the votes to go on Jackson. Sorry, but I'm trying to, as much as I don't want Jackson to go, there's someone else I don't want to go, and it's me. So
basically, you voting me, or do you want to vote Miri?
Okay, right now, since we haven't talked, it's Miri and I are voting for you.
Okay. We could get Miri, maybe, to come with us. Us 3 girls vote together and we vote out Jackson. Don't want that to happen at all.
It's going to be you if you don't flip.
Really?
Yeah, you're the better player.
I think we're gonna have to vote Miri. I think voting Miri is for the best.
Allie and I, if we just vote Miri, you can vote Miri. No tie, no risk of...
I know.
I mean, I just kind of threw it out there, here's my case, now is the time to get Miri out.
Maybe to just have someone loyal to you 80 of the 83 days is good enough, and, it's difficult. I have to protect my own interests.
I think the whole jury is, in love with Miri.
No.
Miri might go to the final 2 and just beat everyone. The whole jury loves her. So it's Jackson, even if you did something, the jury is going to see it as Miri doing it. And that's kind of how it is for me and Allie right now. So it's I'm just going to keep trying to work my magic a little bit. Try to get Jackson to flip. On Miri, I think it's a really good decision.
There is no reasonable way for me to convince Kelsey to vote Jackson over you.
I know, because Kelsey loves Jackson, and Kelsey... Okay.
And you're the obvious better player!
Okay. Allie really thinks, Allie thinks I'm a mastermind or something. I really don't think I am, but I mean, let's have her think that and be on jury so she can vote for me.
I think she'll just beat us all, no matter who she's against.
This is a rough week, but I've survived rough weeks before. I'm still here. We're all here for a reason.
I'm going to tell you if I'm going to flip.
Okay.
But you haven't really given me a reason to flip. Jackson could say he's flipping, but he's not. Never. He will never.
But I want to keep you. I
know you do. I can tell.
I want Miri gone.
I want to keep you as well.
I think it benefits everyone if Miri just goes.
Miri has to go. Everyone thinks she's been playing a great game, and she has moves she can point to.
I really want Miri out just because
I do too. Especially, I feel like everyone's like obsessed with her. They think she's playing this great game.
the whole jury is obsessed with her, so it's like,
Yeah.
let's just get that
Let's just-
favorite out right now.
Yep.
If Jackson knows what's good for him, he'll vote Miri tomorrow. I'm stressed. This is our opportunity to get Miri out, and it needs to happen.
I don't want to vote out Miri. Like, honestly, as at this point in the game, you kind of just have to go with your intuition, and it's in both of our best interests to get Miri out.
I'm just like not really nervous. And yes, I know there's a very real possibility that the 2 votes tonight from Allie and Kelsey could be directed toward me.
But I am kind of trusting Jackson tonight that he does the smart move and votes Miri out. Like, I know it's hard. It's going to be hard for me. This is serious. This is your way to get to the end. Like, don't get rid of me if I'm out. Like, how are you going to get to the end, or how are you going to win? On paper, it's like pair versus pair, but like, it doesn't have to be that way. Anything can happen.
It's day 81. 2 days left in this game. I can't wait. You can't wait. I know that. So we'll now bring in the members of your jury. Max, Tyler, Jake, Will, and Vinny. Put it down at the last drive. I just wanted you to see how nice we look tonight. All right, jury, you can sit on down. All right. Hi, guys. Vinny, put it out the last tribal council. How you doing? Got some popcorn with you, I see.
Social ed is actually a thing now. Tyler and I are doing a double date later. We were both really excited about, so can't complain.
Awesome. Obviously a big night. Allie wins immunity this past week in an endurance challenge that was supposed to take a lot longer than 4 minutes. But moving forward, obviously in the big picture, this is day 81 of 83. Jackson, how does it feel to make it this far?
I'm really, really happy to be here. I think we've all worked really hard to be here. And I think tonight's a tough night for all of us.
So, Allie, the only one out of these 4 with a guaranteed spot on Saturday night to compete in that final immunity challenge and possibly plead your case to these 5.
I feel like we're all going to be really embarrassed watching that back because we were only up there for like 4 minutes, but it hurt so bad. I got up there and I'm like, there's no way we can do that. And then when Miri dropped, I'm like, okay, that was pretty fast. Like I can stay up here. No offense, but like, I knew that if I did not win this, that Jackson and Miri were going to be writing down my name.
So moving on to Miri, right? You're the first one dropped by that endurance challenge, and it took you about 2 minutes. How does that feel? Was that disappointing to you? Was it embarrassing?
I was just like super disappointed in myself because like I want to save myself. Like that's the goal. I don't really like want anyone else to save me or like feel that way. So I let myself down.
So Kelsey, Muriel drops. Jackson drops right afterwards, and it was no secret that you two started cheering so damn loud. From the outside looking in, one could assume that's exciting for you two because you've been labeled as this pair.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just started yelling and screaming. I was excited because it was like 2 pairs against each other right now. That's like what it looks like. So it's good to know that like Jackson and Miri can't like get me to turn on Allie this week or anything like that because Allie does have immunity, but also it could be a tiebreaker and like I'll be ready for it, but I think there could be more strategic moves this week other than just going to a tie and going with our pairs.
Miri, there's a comment by Jackson at last tribal council that basically referred to Allie and Kelsey as to having not survived anything in this game. However, what I see, and what a lot of other people may see, are 2 competing philosophies of 2 people who fought their way from the bottom, and then 2 people who are perpetually in power in this game. Is there merit to what Jackson is saying, or do you actually think that they could respect that philosophy better than yours?
Yeah, like I felt this whole time that I've been constantly like having to work like super hard to make sure I'm not voted out. But at the same time, like, is that respected, or is it respected that these people didn't really need to like do that constant struggle thing because they knew how to like manipulate and like work their way in order to form good, lasting relationships?
So, Kelsey, when that comment gets thrown at you and Allie, do you respect that comment? Are you offended? What happens with that?
I was kind of shocked that he said something like that because I think we've all gotten this far. I mean, you can say like if you've gotten no votes, like you haven't survived, but like if you've aligned yourself with the right people and you've like decided who to vote out each week, then like I think that's surviving, and like I've gotten my name written down twice.
I think last week my comment was made out of complete nervousness. What I said is how I feel, but I think I didn't word it the correct way. We definitely have all survived. I think one is fighting and one is controlling and sometimes possibly toasting. And I think one way is a lot more exciting, and I respect it more than the other, but that's just how I view it.
So, Allie, so what weighs heaviest into tonight's decision? Is it loyalty? Is it who you can beat in the end? Is it all of it?
I think all four of us have conceptions on who we think deserves to win. And then there's loyalties. I've been with Kelsey since day one. I'm not writing down Kelsey's name. Shocker, I know. Between Murray and Jackson, one of these people I think deserves to be here more than the other. Everything's out there.
With that being said, Allie, it's time to vote.
Best case scenario, this goes to a tie with Kelsey and Jackson, which could very well.
Guys, it's time to get the votes. Once the votes are read, the person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote is Murray. Second vote is Murray. That's 2 votes Murray. Kelsey. That's 1 vote Kelsey. 2 votes Murray. 1 vote left. Kelsey. We have a tie. For the first time in Survivor Time and Change history, we have a tie. As explained before, in the result of a tie, Kelsey, Mary, neither of you are eligible to vote. Jackson, Allie, you two will cast 1 more vote each. That being said, Allie, it's time to go vote.
God damn it, Mary. Just kidding, I knew you were gonna vote.
I made just one game.
They're done.
I will go get the votes. I'll read the votes. First vote is Kelsey. Second vote is Murray. We have a tie. Kelsey, Murray. From here, we'll move into a tiebreaker challenge, in which Allie and Jackson will not compete, and the jury will get to watch on as the final 3 is decided tonight. Kelsey, Murray, moving into a tiebreaker challenge. This tiebreaker challenge consists of 10 questions. These questions are questions relating to the 5 members of your jury, and they will test your observation skills in this game from start to finish. So you need to have paid attention to get through tonight. Each question you get correct, you accumulate points. At the end of 10 questions, whoever has the most will stay in this game. The loser will go home. If we get to a point in time where the lead of one person is insurmountable, then the game is over, and the person with the most amount of points will stay. So at the end of the tiebreaker challenge for a spot in the final 3. First question. What jury member or members was selected as a captain during tribe selections at kickoff? Reveal. 3, 2, 1. Both said Max. Max is the correct answer. It was Lauren. Lauren is not on the jury. You're correct. What jury member was selected earliest between all of the tribes in the draft? Okay, reveal in 3, 2, 1. Kelsey says Vinny. Everyone else is Tyler. The correct answer is Tyler. Tyler was picked first overall by Lauren. It was 2 points for Miri, 1 point for Kelsey. True or false? One of the jury members was the presenter at kickoff for their tribe flag. Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Miri says false, Kelsey says true. The correct answer is false. Andrew presented for K-Lobby, Cal presented for Miri. It's 3-1. Miri all over Kelsey. Question number 4. How many collective individual immunity wins are currently sitting on the jury? Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Both of you say 3. You are both incorrect. The correct answer, Tyler and Vinny, both won individual immunity. Max was pre-merge. True or false? Will Wall's fun fact at kickoff was that he played in CBS's rendition of Survivor. Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Both of you say false. False is correct. It was that he led a mission trip to Haiti. It was 2-4. You're in the lead. What jury member lives in a house with 13 guys? Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Both of you say Vinny. Vinny is the correct answer. There's now 3-5. You're in the lead. Who on the jury was the first contestant to step up and introduce themselves during kickoff? Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Kelsey says Tyler. Miri says Jake. The correct answer is Jake Henson. Another point for Miri. You get the next one right. That is it. What jury member has been to the least amount of tribal councils, and how many has he attended? Go. 3, 2, 1. Both of you say Tyler, 4. And that is correct. With that being said, Miri wins. Kelsey, there are not enough questions remaining for you to catch up. Kelsey, I'm very sorry. You will not be able to take it 3. Talk about Zack. Kelsey, good job this one. Jackson, Miri, Allie, welcome to Final 3. That being said, we have one more challenge with the price of passing at 4 p.m. on Saturday. You will be able to remember all of the people who came before you in order for you to make it to this point. You'll go straight from there into your final immunity challenge. You'll be guaranteed a spot and get the choice of deciding who goes with you to that final team. Have a great night, and I will see you in 2 more days, day 83. Have a good night.
I'm feeling sad. It was day 81. So close to the final. Yeah, I mean, I worked really hard to get here, so I can't be disappointed with that, but I definitely am disappointed that it ended a little bit sooner than I was expecting. I definitely wanted to go in that final challenge and win and go to the final 2, but I'm happy Allie just stayed loyal to me this whole game, like I did to her, so they all deserve it, so I don't know, go Bucks.
Final 3. Yes, I love us. I love you. I really love you.
I know. I really love you too. Like, it's perfect. Like,
Jackson, I love you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so
I was
proud of
just
you.
saying, like, I don't have anything to say other than I'm just like speechless. I'm thrilled. It's unbelievable.
The fact that like we were targets the whole time and we still decided never to flip on each other is big. Because sure, it's easy for Allie and Kelsey to not flip on each other when you're in power.
I'm so glad I stuck to my guns and did Kelsey, and I feel a little bit bad because I think Kelsey thought I was voting Miri out. But like I said, don't expect me to throw 3 months of a relationship away after a 20-minute conversation.
Damn! I just don't know what to say.
This isn't a game of pairs anymore.
It's a game of pair. I did it. I am so freaking proud of myself. I studied everything. I keep charts on my computer of literally everything about the game, and it paid off.
You know, we sit off camera and study this stuff all the time. So every time a question came up, I was like, she knows this.
I'm just a warrior girl, super awesome person. I love myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Yeah, I'm
proud of all of us. But this is crazy.
Thanks. I'm honestly glad it's us three. Like,
Kelsey's gone. That sucks. Kelsey was my day one alliance. I'm all alone. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside. I'm sorry.
I just want to talk about Kelsey for a second.
She was the shining light.
I know.
She was
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end. I don't know if I could beat Jackson or Murray. I get the vibe that everyone on the jury hates me. So
I feel like we might all have people that dislike us. And I don't think anybody dislikes Kelsey too much. So the final three have all survived. Allie does it with competitions and socially, and Miri and I just do it. I really don't know how we do it. I better figure out how I got here in 2 days, because I'm gonna have to say it soon.
I'm on such a high right now. I don't know what to say. I will be happy with whoever wins the game because I think we all deserve to be here.
These two other people, Allie and Miri, that I'm here with, are two of the best players of this game. I definitely feel that there's no easy way out of this final three.
So
I just met with Allie, and she was basically like, here's why you should take me to final two. Which I'm like, okay.
Allie is a tough badass, and I respect that.
basically, you and Murray are still a pair, and I'm still right here.
I respect Jackson and Murray's game so much now. I didn't even respect Jackson's game in the beginning until I met with him and kind of figured out what his strategy for the game was a little bit more. And he's much more of a similar player to me than I ever would have thought.
So basically the only logical thing for me to do is try and pitch my reasons why you should take me over Murray.
Yeah.
To Jackson, I'm going to basically tell him, you and Murray made all the same moves. Murray can take credit for more moves than you. She looks like the more strategic player.
Her points were that we played the game together, and if I sit next to you, I'll have nothing to say.
Honestly, it's not true.
It's not true, and
You and Murray, although separate players, have made most of your moves together. And trying to go against her is going to be really hard.
Even though I know that I feel like Miri is just a great player, but at times very scattered, and I picked up those pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know if other people can see that.
Yeah. That's exactly where I was with Kelsey.
I hope that the jury can respect me and the decisions that I've made in this game. If anything, I feel like their perception might be not the most positive for me, and I have to flip that in a matter of 30 minutes or whatever tribal council will be. But
I just think that you'd have a better chance going against someone with a different style and being able to play up your style versus going against Murray, who had the bigger move is what it's going to be. And I think she could maybe take more credit for the Tyler thing, which might bump her over the edge.
I think Jackson is taking me. He said he's taking me over and over again, and I really want to trust him. The thing is, people have been constantly in his head, for the past 3 weeks that I'm, the bigger player. So that could really, push him away from taking me.
she said Vinny met with her throughout the whole swap. And Vinny kept telling them to get rid of you. Saying that you were the leader of the girls.
Oh
and
my
that
god.
if you were taken out, the girls would fall. And Allie said, well, then why would I take out Miri?
I can tell you right now, because we're at this point in the game, when Kelsey, Miri, and I were all on the same tribe,
I was working with Vinny at that point in the game, and Vinny was telling everyone that Miri was the stronger player, and that to get her out would mean that the girls would collapse. So they have been told that Miri is the stronger player.
I think we both have to realize that, like, from here till this is over, we are, like, trying to beat each other.
Yeah.
With my heart, I made my decision of who I'm taking the belt to be honest. But
Okay.
with my head,
Yeah.
I need to decide. Like,
Yeah.
my decision is not made who I'm taking the
Okay.
final to. Like, I'm literally using today to just, like, prepare for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Mhm.
And just rest and clear my head and think.
Mhm.
And, like, everything you've said, I've thought about.
Yeah.
And, like, I need to make that decision. But the other thing I was going to say is, like, you could easily win the challenge as well. It's
Who
like,
do you think she's gonna take on?
I don't know. She makes it, of course, to me, she makes it seem, she said I can't beat Miri.
If I win, I'm taking Jackson to the end. I have more arguments to shit on him than I do Miri.
If I win the challenge, I will be voting out Miri,
Okay.
because I don't want to go against her at the end. I can
Yeah.
be honest about that.
Yeah.
I'm back and forth, like, do I take Allie? Do I take Jackson? I seriously don't know which one I could beat.
Kelsey's out.
Yeah.
I'm on my own. A
Yeah.
little bit.
But I'm glad that all three of us, I think really who's gonna win is up in the air. I see good points and bad points about all of us. I see how Jackson could win, I see how Allie could win, and I think I see how I could win.
I'm going to tell her she can't beat Jackson because they had all the same moves, and that people likes Jackson, and no one likes me. So the only person that is less liked than her is me. So you should take the less liked person.
I'm not 100% taking Jackson.
Okay.
I'm taking who I think I can beat. But I
Which-
don't know.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna try, but I don't think it'll matter. I think they're taking each other to the end. I'm going to try my best anyway.
I think it's going to be harder for both of you to appear strong going up against each other, because you've made so many moves together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's more of a contrast going against me. Also, people like Jackson.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
People don't like me. People don't like you.
Do I think that I deserve to win? Maybe. But do I think that even if I go against either of them that I will win? I don't know. The jury seems rather petty and emotional.
People are gonna call me crazy, and like Jackson's gonna be the one who like seems like calm and collected.
Yeah.
And like that's not good for me. Allie, she said to me when we met last week that if I was in the finals, I'd win, which makes me think she's not gonna take me.
Even if you are the strongest player, can you present yourself as the strongest
No.
player?
I'm
terrible at
And I'm saying, like,
pressure
I feel like
situations.
some people might think I'm like this mastermind player that was like carefully calculating things the whole time. But honestly, like, I was a mess the whole time. I had no idea what was happening the whole time. I don't know if you watched. Have you watched Survivor Maryland?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Did you watch Terrapin Trials? Terrapin Trials, when Feluke got to the end, she completely bombed it. And I know, like, I feel like I could do that too. And I really don't want to.
Didn't.
But
I
there was
didn't
this
get us
crazy
into
girl
it.
named Feluke, like, super crazy. And then she kind of controlled things a little. But then there was this other guy who, like, really didn't control anything, but, like, could speak more clearly and like could like do things like just like sounded smarter. And they got to the end and the guy won, even though like this crazy girl like kind of controlled the whole thing. And like that's my worst fear.
I know, same. Like,
I really like, I know that like Allie thinks I like have 100% chance of winning this thing for some odd reason, but I really don't think that. I've been back and forth about who's gonna win, and I have no freaking clue. The thing that scares me about taking you is, like, I know Jackson's whole deal. Like, my deal is kind of, like, out in the open. But, like, you played a much more, like, you know, like,
not over the top game, you know, where like you were like very clear about who you wanted out and stuff like that. So I'm scared like there's like stuff I'm missing about your game, and then like, you know.
Final day of Survivor. Sad. Very sad.
Today is day 83. It's the last day. I've made it the whole game.
It's crazy that I'm here. It's so crazy. It really was a combination of my work and just luck.
I have checked off so many boxes of what I want to do in the game of Survivor. I mean, I could have gone home the second week, and I didn't. So I'm just really excited for today, no matter how it turns out. I feel very at peace, and I feel very confident.
I'm really proud of myself because I got myself out of a bunch of sticky situations. So that's good. Pre-merge people, I wish you could have had more time in this game because you're all great. The thing is, like, post-merge though, like, everyone on jury is my hater. Like, they were all trying to get me out.
So during the rites of passage, I'm so excited because that's yet another box that I get to check off and just be a part of this tradition of Survivor. I am just proud of all 16 of us that we have made this piece of Survivor history, this piece of Ohio State history, and it'll just be great to remember all the people that have fallen before us.
I think the only way for me to get to the end is to win today.
I'm gonna own my game. I'm gonna say my game wasn't about making friends. My game wasn't about being nice to people. I was here to show people at the door, to call them out when they needed to be called out, and that's that.
Ready for this challenge. I'm gonna kick ass. I have to win.
For the final immunity challenge, I better win!
I'm the only person who has won this 3 times. So this little guy has kept me going, and I just need it one more time. Just one more.
Come on, guys. Hello. Welcome to day 83.
Wow.
I know that feels good to say. You guys have made it as far as you can in terms of days in this game. And you have a couple things left in it. So we're going to do rites of passage today. You get the chance to remember the 13 people who fell before you and are the reason that you 3 are sitting here as the final 3 today. And then, rightfully so, we'll walk through Thompson, go down to Buckeye Grove, where our final immunity challenge will take place. It's only suitable. Survivor time and change ends right next to where we started. Completing our final immunity challenge. The winner of that challenge will cast the sole vote for who goes home and is the final member of the jury, and in doing so chooses who goes with them to the final 2. I think it's high enough stakes, but until then, we're going to walk over and just be reflective and appreciate the efforts that other people made for you to be sitting here. And I think it'll be a really, really rewarding experience. All ready? Yes. Sweet. Now let's go.
Hey, Emma. We don't really know her that well.
There was something a little bit mysterious about her.
Sure, you were great.
She was a great girl.
From my understanding, she tried to get the girls thing going, but Lauren Hamlin.
We all kind of feel bad because apparently you're a nice person, and you probably would have been really good if you didn't get out immediately. You started out the game really strong, and it just kicked you back.
Hannah, sorry you had to go.
I think like she was trying to she was really involved,
I heard she played way hard, way fast.
and because she was a girl, she was punished for it.
Too bad.
Yikes.
Sorry, Hannah.
Sorry, Hannah.
I don't even remember
Elizabeth. The Blind Side. Really sorry you had to go, but you seemed like a tough player. And also, we were just really into the blind sides at that point.
3 queens got her, right?
That was the beginning.
The 3 queens.
Yep.
Funny that Lisa thought she was in control of that drive. God damn it, Lisa.
I honestly, Lisa was just like a ball of light. Like, she was just nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Crazy.
But then she tried to bum me out.
She was maybe a little bit, wishy-washy.
Glad she wasn't around when I had to deal with her because I would have been even more scattered with her around. It's all about the game. It's all about the game.
That's gonna be like, if I got to that, I'd be like, guys, I know you all hate me, but the game.
Kind of have the biggest thing about Cal. Yeah. Okay, Cal. He's an old school player, but it doesn't work in this new school game. He told me straight to my face, I can't be loyal to you. I said, not even next week. He said, we'll have to see. At the time, I wish you hadn't gone home, but now it's all worked out. So,
And I
sorry, Cal.
never talked to Cal.
For those of you who need a reminder, here's Cal.
I feel like everyone just like targeted Andrew from the beginning, and I actually in the end didn't mind him.
I should talk to him a lot, and I feel bad, but I thought he was gonna win, so glad he didn't.
We commemorate the dogs of the world.
We had our fair share of fights, and at first I really hated you, but then I'm thinking like I appreciate your pizzazz and like
I maybe considered you a terrible person, but I think you're actually a nice person. You're a nice person. I don't know why you pretended to be an asshole.
I think he was just here to have fun. And like, maybe else can you be an asshole on Survivor?
Swerve.
No.
I like Tyler. I don't know how you guys feel about Tyler, but I like Tyler. He's a Cincinnati guy, business major. He was my ally, and he went way too soon. All I'm gonna say.
I disagree.
I didn't like Tyler. I'm sorry, Tyler, for how in every single confessional I called you fake, but I still think it's true.
Literally stopped trusting you the second week when you're like, I've met with everyone, and we're
you
like,
met with too many people.
I'm pretty sure he was talking to Elizabeth.
That's also a reason we voted this.
Yeah.
Savage 6 though. Let's make it Savage. You were the first one to fall for the Savage 6. Thanks for taking that title.
Yeah. I don't even want to hear his fucking
Jake the Snake Henson.
I really appreciated that Jake understood my sense of humor because everyone else was kind of looking at me weird in a couple situations.
He couldn't like keep his mouth closed about
No!
Jake Henson. Will Wall. Did he play Survivor before? Have I said that enough?
He was just like, he didn't really do that.
I've got to be honest. I think you made it as far as you did because you were Vinny's pair.
Yeah.
You should have fought harder that surprise travel council because
You should have
he could have put us on
He could have. He found two idols.
What?
He found
He had
Max's idol,
two
I
idols?
believe.
He
That's
gave Max
news
an
to me.
idol?
Like, thank you for playing with, like, even though I wanted him out so bad, I wanted him out so bad out of respect because I knew that he had something that I did not have and that I can never have.
And
we're all very jealous.
After playing on such like a high-profile season of Survivor, he was like, "I'm gonna do this college one just because I love Survivor so much," and that's.
Did you know that?
No. Oh.
I'm talking about Vinny. I have a lot to say about this boy.
Go ahead.
Vinny, you tried to get me out from like week freaking 3, and I don't even get why because I don't really think I ever did anything to you. But I have no regrets about getting you out. I'm so happy you're out.
I love you, Vinny. I'm so sorry you had to go, but I'm glad it wasn't me.
I played this game a lot with Vinny, but I'm not sure he was playing it with me. He's a big gamer. Biggest one in the game, I think.
Yeah, like if he was in the end, he would.
Yeah.
We aligned immediately following the first challenge. We aligned within like hours of beginning this game. You were my ride or die in this game, and I'm really sad that you had to go.
Probably the most likable person in this game.
I love you, Kelsey.
final immunity challenge here in Buckeye Grove. We started right over there, and we end right next door. I think it's only suitable that to watch that happen, your jury will be here as well. Come on in, jury. Alright. I know you guys are ready to get to today's challenge. The final immunity challenge. First, Allie, you have to take back the necklace. For the final time, immunity is back up for grabs, and today's stakes are higher than ever, because the winner of this immunity challenge gets to decide who comes with them to the final two and who will become the 7th member of this jury. So I know it's big enough stakes, so let's get to what today's challenge is. Survivor Time and Change is a game based on campus here at Ohio State, and it's only suitable that our final challenge pays a little bit of respect to the history that this university has. So, for today's challenge, I will tell you a story based on Ohio State's history. Not this game, Ohio State's history. And then at each station, there are 6 stations around Buckeye Grove here. At each station will be one of your jury members and a question. You will write A, B, C, or D. Show that answer to the jury member. If it is correct, they will hand you a Buckeye. If you are incorrect, they will hand you a stone. If you get a stone, you have to run back here and dispose of it in this trash bucket behind you. And then you can proceed to another station or to that same station to answer that question again. If you get a Buckeye, you'll place it in your bowl here. You will take your torch, which will be lit, and run over to the final torch over there on that field and light that final torch. First person to light the final torch wins final immunity. I hope you guys are excited and you're ready to get to it, so I won't hold you any longer, right? We'll draw randomly for spots and we'll get started. Alright. So, Survivor Folklore, Survivor Time and Change Edition for your final immunity challenge. The Ohio State University was founded in 1870 and welcomed the first class of students to what was then officially known as the Ohio Agriculture and Mechanical School in 1873. It wasn't until 1878 that our name was changed to the Ohio State University, although the wasn't emphasized until we began our partnership with Nike in the late 20th century. Since its inception, the school has changed quite a bit. The first class of students consisted of 24 people, only 2 of whom were female. The only reason these women were allowed to attend the university was because they were the daughters of a professor who taught at the university. This was back in the days when tuition to attend the school was non-existent. All students attended free of charge, with a recommended $5 donation per semester. At this time, Ohio State was merely one building, University Hall. Nothing like the expansive campus that we know today. Hayes Hall, however, is the oldest building on campus, as the original University Hall was demolished in 1971 due to failing infrastructure. Before this occurred, however, a birth, 2 marriages, and 3 funerals were held within the original building's walls. Not only were weddings hosted in that building, but on the Oval as well. During William Oxley Thompson's presidency at the university from 1899 to 1925, he used to marry couples on the Oval after graduation, as he was an ordained Presbyterian minister. There is a legend associated with this Oval ritual called the Long Walk. If you are to walk down the longest path of the Oval, from east to west, with the bells of Orton Hall bell tower ringing in the background, while you are holding hands with your significant other, and no one crosses your path in front of you as you complete the walk, legend states that you are destined to be together forever. Throughout Ohio State's history, time and change has surely taken its toll. But needless to say, our Buckeye spirit and tradition has always remained. That is the story from which you will be answering the 6 questions to win final immunity. I'll give you guys a second to take that in, we'll get started. Alright. For final immunity and a guaranteed spot at Final Tribal Council and the choice to see who you take with you. Survivors ready.
Go!
What happened with regards to the University Hall in 1971?
Hey, what was the originally?
Fuck D. No.
D.
Murray has a Buckeye. Jackson has a Buckeye. Allie comes back with a stone. Allie going back.
How long do I access this person?
Murray coming back. Murray has a stone. She tosses it in. Allie has a stone. She runs back. Jackson coming back. Jackson has a Buckeye. Jackson with 2 Buckeyes. Murray running back. Murray has a stone. Allie running back. Allie has a stone. Jackson, watch you. Jackson running back. Jackson places his 3rd Buckeye. Murray coming back. Murray has 2 Buckeyes.
Tyler, I'm trying to this right. What building on campus is the longest tenure?
Allie coming back. Allie has her 1st Buckeye. Jackson coming back. Jackson has a 4th Buckeye. Jackson only needs 2 more. Murray places her 3rd Buckeye. Allie coming back. Allie places a stone.
Hey, I'm sorry, Dad. And the person is a male.
Jackson comes back with his 5th Buckeye. He needs 1 more. Allie quickly falling out of this challenge. Murray falling out. She places another stone. Murray places a stone.
Well, it's only fitting. Which are the falling?
Jackson running back. Jackson places his final Buckeye. Jackson has the torch. Don't win, boy. Careful. If it goes out, you gotta go back.
Oh, where'd you go?
And Jackson lights the torch and wins. Final immunity. Guaranteed a spot in Final Tribal Council.
Whoa.
Right. Jackson, congratulations on winning final immunity. Guaranteed a spot tonight at Final Tribal Council, and you will pass the sole vote of who goes home and joins the jury. Congratulations. Allie, Fury, one of you will become the 7th member of the jury tonight, and will have a say in who wins this game, while the other will sit next to Jackson and be able to plead their case to this jury of 5 young men in Kelsey and 1 more girl. Jackson, congratulations on being the final guy. We're going to be 1 guy, 1 girl in the finals. We'll give you guys a couple minutes to figure out who that's going to be and collect your mind. We're going straight into Tribal Council. All right?
So scared that I'm gonna start crying tonight. I'm preparing everyone now that even though I'm the last guy, I might be a mess.
Jackson killed it and he won. He looks me in the eyes constantly, tells me he's taking me to final 2. And honestly, I think that's better for him because I really didn't understand Allie's game until about like 24 hours ago. And she like knows so much more than all of us. Like,
I needed to win that challenge. I think I'm probably joining the jury. Gonna give Tribal a hell of a fight.
This is like a dream come true. I'm in the final 2, and I can't say even if I don't win because I have to have the mindset of I'm winning this thing now.
I'm a little nervous, but I feel confident he's taking me.
I'm going to tell Jackson there is absolutely no chance he can win against Muri. If he votes me out, I'm voting for Muri. He's losing a vote as he votes me out.
I think I have a chance of winning against him, but I don't think it's like I'm like far and above better than him.
And I'm going to tell him that he cannot differentiate his game against Muri while sounding good. It's obvious that Muri made the majority of the moves and organized them.
You know, like people, like I know Allie and Vinny and Kelsey have been in his ear like, oh, Muriel's definitely gonna win against you, like she's like the power player, but I honestly don't see it. I think we've both pulled our weight in the relationship and
there's no way he can beat her. It's all I can do.
I'm so scattered right now. I have to have time to get together, but wow, I'm really proud of myself and I'm really proud of everyone that's part of this season because I couldn't have got here without them, so that's it.
Hey. Hi guys. Welcome to your final vote off for final tribal council. Jackson guaranteed a spot in the final 2. Muri, Allie, one of you will be joining him. The other will be joining the jury. We'll have a say in who wins this game after 83 long days. That being said, we will now bring in the members of your jury. Max, Tyler, Jake, Will, Vinny, and Kelsey voted out at the last tribal council. Kelsey, how are we doing?
Alright. Kind of sucks, but...
One of you has made it 83 days and will not make it any further. And it's time for us to find out who that is. So, Jackson, you have a big decision to make tonight. Because not only are you voting someone out of this game and putting them on the jury, you're also choosing by default who sits next to you.
Yeah, so the way I'm voting tonight is not necessarily removing someone from the game, but who I want to sit next to in the finals. And I took a risk going with 3 girls to the final 4, but I thought with Vinny out of the game, I could then become that scheming, strategic person remaining in the game. I know that I'm the one that kept it together and held the pieces together.
We need to give it an opportunity for both of these two to pitch their case as to why you should take it.
I'd have to argue that going against me is the unknown, and it's the better route for you because you don't know which route the jury respects. I maybe had more control, but you were more of the underdog and worked your way up. I'd argue that that's better against going as Muri because from my conversations with people in the jury, I do think Muri is the more dominant force. I think she led more of the charges against the people who were voted out, and I think she was the more strategic player. If you vote me out, I am voting for Muri. Whereas if you vote Muri out, you have a chance in her voting for you based on your alliance.
Allie's perception is that I'm the stronger of this pair, but I seriously don't know who it is. Like, it's really a fair fight, and the fact is, Allie was in control. She knew what was happening, and that's information that she can use to state her case. I think Jackson is honestly the most likable person in this 3. Like, I've yelled at people.
And I do want this to be an informed decision, because if you make the wrong decision, you'll look back on day 83 of Survivor Time and Change and say, where did I go wrong? So I will let both of you pitch why Jackson will beat you, and then he can make a decision on that. Is that fair?
I mean, yes, we were a pair, so a defining moment of our games were when we were not on the same tribe, and the fact of the matter is that Jake and Will and Tyler and Vinny were all on your tribe. They saw your game. And, you know, there's only 2 people on the jury right now who saw my game during the swap. And
I don't think the jury is rooting for me to win. I don't think they'd vote for me. I honestly was sitting there, and I would have taken you to the end because I do see Muri as the more strategic player. I don't think they want me to win. I don't know if I could have beat either of you because I don't think they like me. I think Murray has more friends and has impressed more people on the jury than I have.
You've had a lot of time to think about it this week. You've both been given an opportunity to pitch your case. For all you know, whoever you vote out, you may lose.
Yeah.
Whoever you vote out, you are going to vote out the person you probably believe has the best chance of losing to you. Because you're not playing this game for second place. You're playing this game for first. Because you want to win, and I know that. So that is something to keep in mind with this vote. Can Allie beat you? Can Murray beat you? Who is less likely to beat you?
I've said so many times that my votes are statements, and it's who I know that I can beat.
You have all the information that you'll have up to this point, I think. That being said, Jackson, it is time to vote.
Everyone is like giving me weird vibes. Like, why can't everyone just be happy? Okay, like, I know I'm not crazy. There are times where I thought I was crazy before, and then I ended up being right. I've been right like this whole time, so I just need to trust my gut. That's it.
Murray, Jackson, Allie, I will go get the vote. Once the vote is read, the decision is final. Murray, Allie, whoever it is, will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. For the last time, it's time to read the vote. The 14th person voted out of Survivor Time and Change, and the 7th and final member of our jury is Allie.
Just get out. Good luck tonight, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job, Allie. Tribe smoke. Jackson, Murray, you two have made it as far as you can make it in this game. But at this point, the power shifts from here to the 7 members of your jury. Allie will be joining them, and they will cast the votes for who between the two of you deserves to win this game. You guys have the rest of the night to really hone in on that. Figure out what you want to say. What is your pitch? They're going to test you, and I think you should be ready for that. So take these next couple hours, think about what you want to say. We'll see you tonight at Final Tribal Council. As you grab your stuff, head on out this way. All right?
Really sad. Not gonna cry because that's embarrassing. It's hard to get this far and then be voted out. However, I had to win that challenge. I didn't win that challenge. I sucked at that challenge. When I lost, I knew that this is what was gonna happen. He thought I was the best player, and Jackson didn't see a way he could beat me, which is a compliment in itself. So I'm not rooting for either one. I think I'm gonna vote for Murray, but I'm going to do as I would have wanted done for me. I'm going to consider both of their speeches, and I am going to vote for who I believe is the stronger player. Pick me for crew next year.
This is it. It's go time. I have to share everything that I've done the past 83 days. I'm writing it all out, trying to get it together here.
I know I should be so happy right now, and I am happy that I'm here, but it's just kind of weird. And like, I spent so much of this game not in control of things that when I'm in control, I feel bad about it, and I know that's not how I should be feeling.
I took Murray to the end because I'm confident that I did play a stronger and more strategic game than her.
I was worried Jackson wasn't going to take me, but he did, which honestly I think helps my case more because like he had the choice to take his like closest ally and he did it, and a big move would be not taking it your closest ally, but I honestly think that we both would have lost to Allie.
I have a feeling the jury's minds are already made up, so I hope they're made up the right way. But bottom line, like, I really believe I deserve to win. Like, I'm putting a case together, and I'm not trying to I'm not faking anything that I'm saying.
I'm happy, and I'm gonna own my game as, like, I'm not gonna pretend to be someone I'm not in the final two. I just decided, like, I'm not gonna pretend to be this mastermind girl who knew what she was doing the whole time. I'm gonna pretend to be this fearless girl who wasn't afraid of people.
I truly believe that I deserve to win this game. Did I against Allie? I don't know if I truly believed I deserved to win against Allie because Allie controlled votes. The only part of this game that I did not do well was controlling votes. Every other part of the game, A+.
I mean, here we are. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm not complaining. I'm just really nervous. And I hope I don't get attacked. Like, I just have no freaking clue what the jury is thinking, and I just don't know. And I gotta prepare for things. Like, what is my biggest move of this game? I don't even know. I don't even know anything.
It's crazy that it's all coming to an end. I'm just gonna try to be poised, confident, and clear.
I'm here. This is what I wanted, and I'm happy. And I'm glad I can be there with my best friend in this game, Jackson. Hopefully I can beat him.
I'm so excited for this to be over, but I'm gonna be so sad. This is just like, I have pains in my chest. I know if I win or lose tonight, I probably won't be able to get sleep for a long time after this. So it's been an incredible season. I'm extremely proud of myself. I'm extremely proud of Muri. I'm extremely proud of all 16 of us. This is the finale. The fireworks are about to go off. I hope Muri doesn't set them off on me, but I'll be ready to go if she does.
This is gonna be a crazy, crazy night.
It is Saturday, April 8th here at The Ohio State University, and we are here at the Survivor Time and Change finale. Jackson and Muriel have made the final two. We have our jury set, and they will both have a chance to plead their case as to why they deserve to win this game. After 83 days, the first ever winner of Survivor Time and Change will be crowned tonight. Who will be? Let's see.
Go on into the courtroom now because the whole board in about a second here.
Guys, congratulations on making final two. It's a big night for both of you. I hope you're both ready. Hear the statements of the jury and assess your game. Evaluate your game against each other because only one of you is the winner tonight. And we're about to find out who that is. Before we do that, I would like to bring in the members of your pre-merge contestants. Emma, Lauren, Hannah, Elizabeth, Lisa, and Andrew. Cal could not be here due to a military commitment. Thank you guys for joining us. We will now bring in the members of your jury. Max, Tyler, Jake, Will, Vinny, Kelsey, and Allie voted out at today's tribal council. Jackson, Miri, you both have made it as far as you can make it in this game. You two have directly or indirectly put those 14 people out of this game. The jury, these 7 who you have directly or indirectly placed on the jury, voted out of this game. The power shifts from you two to them, as these 7 will decide which one of you two wins the first ever season of Survivor Time and Change. They're gonna test you tonight. I want you to answer respectfully. I want you to answer honestly. Own your game. Tonight is not the night for lies. But tonight, one of you two will gain the majority of their votes and will win. And I know you're both excited to see what happens. So, how tonight will work, you will each be given an opportunity to give an opening statement. From there, we will move to a jury interrogation in which they will one by one come up here. They can give a statement, they can give you questions, whatever they want to gain the information that they need to make that final vote for who is to win the first season of Survivor Time and Change. Once they are done, you will each get an opportunity to give a closing statement, and then we will move immediately into a vote. Is that understood? Okay? We're going to get started in just a bit here. I'll give you a couple of minutes to find out what you want to say. Okay? Jackson, you ready? Yes. Been waiting a long time for this night.
it's time we get that started. So to start off this tribal council, I want both of you to give your opening statement. Why do you deserve to win this game? That being said, ladies first. Miri, go on ahead.
Okay. I had a target on my back week 3, so I knew I had to take this game a week at a time. I knew when to play dumb, I knew when to turn people against each other, and I knew when to call people out on their BS. Everyone on this jury except for Tyler has voted for me, and the second I thought you were coming after me was the second I came after you. I played this game fearless. I got the most votes out of anyone on this game, except for Will, because he had a pre-existing target on his back because he's on Survivor. And that shows that you guys wanted to vote me out because you thought I would win, and I'm here right now.
Thank you, Mary.
Jackson, right, you're with me. So I wanted to start by saying that I don't want to apologize for why I'm here tonight or for why she is here tonight. I think we both played a very confident and fearless game, and that was what I wanted to do coming into this game, is play confidently, fearlessly, and make big moves to get to the end of this game, because I knew that every week could be my last week, and I wanted every week to mean something to me. In this game, like I said, I played confidently, fearlessly, and strategically. And as a strategic player, I was never afraid to make bold moves and call my shot. I think all of you guys always knew where I stood in this game, and that was my strategy, to have you guys understand where I'm at so I wasn't an issue for you. I was only an issue for who I was calling out and who I was targeting. At the end of this game, I made moves that were the most dominant moves of the season, and it proved that not only was I the most dominant player within my pair, but I was the most dominant and self-aware player in this entire game. If you want someone who outplayed, and outlast, vote me. If you want for someone who was chaotic and out-scrambled, vote for Miri. That's it. Thank you for your time tonight.
Miri, Jackson, you both gave your opening statements. From this point on, the conversation shifts to the jury, who will have the right to address both of you. So, with that being said, we'll get started on that. Max, come on up.
I can't believe you guys are here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Congratulations to both you guys. You guys played a hell of a game. I have a few things to address. First thing, Jackson, your king comment. I'm the king. Let's get that straight. Okay. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Lighten up a little bit, man. Relax. I'm loose. That's the clue. String. That's the clue that mysteriously popped right over there.
I jump-started this game by calling him out.
So he says. Look, my main thing is I'm not entirely sure why you brought Muriel with you. I think it would have spoke volumes to me personally. You brought Muriel as long as you needed to her, and then you cut her off. Yep. I think that would have spoke more to me. However, to Muriel, obviously we didn't ever get along at any point in time in this game, and to me, I love writing your name down. Absolutely, more than anyone else I like to write down. I like to write down Muriel. I want her out. So why, my question is, I only have one. Why should I vote you over Jackson today?
Yeah, because I think we played this game very similarly, which is that like we knew we were going home time in and time out, and we said screw it. Let's cause chaos, let's like make people hate each other, let's just like blow up the game, because we knew if we're going out, let's go with a bang.
I do appreciate it. You have come alive the past few tribal councils, and I love watching it. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Moving on, Roald.
Let me start off by saying congratulations. Let me also say, Jackson, if you would have taken Allie to the end, I automatically would have voted for you. Okay. Now my vote is a little bit, no offense, my vote is a little bit more up in the air now. It's about 50-50. So I wanted to start off by asking Miri, we had a lot of conversations in this game together. Ones that were a little bit uncomfortable at times. My question to you is, why have those conversations? You initiated every one of them.
I wanted to make you scared of me. I knew that if I sat you down and said, listen, I want you out, you know, you might be a little more careful in how you approach things with me, and also I wanted to make connections with people, and that was something I didn't tell Jackson. I said he was reaching out to me. You were reaching out to me.
Moving on, Jackson. At Final 6, you approached me saying, Will, I want to work with you in this game.
Yes.
Was that true?
It was completely true. My plan for the end of the game was to take out Ali, then Vinny, and then you.
Okay.
Because I thought you would be an extremely easy vote at the Final Four tribal. But with the way that surprise tribal council happened, we didn't have enough time to make that all work. And to be honest, I have to say that I'm glad that I didn't go that route, because I'm here tonight, and I don't think I could have trusted Vinny to make that foursome work between the four of us to take out Ali.
But it is interesting how there were many times in this game you wanted to vote me out and you were unable to, and the one time you wanted to work with me, I ended up going home.
Yes.
So that's a little...
And I voted you out, and 10 seconds beforehand, Miri's head was on the block that night, and Miri was going to vote Vinny 10 seconds before then. She was targeting Vinny the whole time. She didn't know what was happening during that tribal, and with 10 seconds left, I whispered in her ear, Will. And she went and did Will. I looked at Kelsey and I said Will, and the four of us did Will that night. And I have to say I was happy to see you go, because she didn't go home. And I knew that I can match up with everybody else that's sitting here, because we've never been on Survivor, but you are the outcast. We're on Survivor. And I knew that psychological aspect was something that I could never overcome. And that's why I wanted you out. And when we got to Final 6, I thought to myself, I think that psychological aspect has worn off, and I wanted to try to make something work, and I saw that Vinny and Ali were running the game. So.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
All right, Jake. Hey guys, congratulations. You guys did what none of us could do, and you got here. And from week 3, I knew you were trouble. As soon as you met with me, I said that's trouble. This is trouble, and here you are. So congratulations to that. You obviously outlasted all of us. You outplayed us different ways. You knew you had to zig when you zigged. You zagged when you zagged. You pitted people against each other, so you definitely did that. I want to hear how each of you outwitted the jury here and the rest of the people in the tribes.
I think the real one time I outwitted was when I turned Ali and Tyler against each other. I went to Tyler and said, Ali wants you out. I went to Ali and I said, Tyler wants you out. I don't even know if there was any truth to that, but I knew I was on the bottom, and I knew that I had to make those lies. And I knew people thought I was ditzy and dumb and would trust what I said to them because they thought I just wanted to be loyal to someone.
In pre-merge, I played a very vocal game. I was very balls to the wall, making every move I wanted to make and calling people out nonstop. But once we got to merge and I saw my name come up twice, I realized I needed to take a backseat and stop being an ego and play up to other people's egos. And I think I did that especially with Vinny, where I realized at the merge that Vinny was not with me. I thought he was with me in the beginning of this game. And I realized I still had to play up the weak follower with Vinny. So every time I met with Vinny, I acted like I needed him and that I was just following his lead. And I never told him the complete truth, but told him little truths to continue that allegiance. I outwitted Vinny, and I believe one of the biggest moves of the game was the Final Four, because you have the 3 queens sitting here, the Alliance, who decimated all of the men in this game. And I lose the endurance challenge at the Final Four. If anything, I should be getting at least 2 votes, and I get 0 votes at that tribal council. But I was able to maintain my loyalty with Miri and force a tie, and have Kelsey believe that I was voting out Miri that night, and I was in a perfect position that night, without a doubt.
All right, awesome. Thanks, guys. Kelsey.
Hey guys. Basically, tonight I don't have a set vote because I think both of you kind of didn't help me out much in the game. I think I tried playing this game with no regrets, thinking out different decisions and like who I would vote out. So I wanted to ask you guys what your biggest regret in this game would be if you have one.
So I would say I have no regrets either because I'm sitting here tonight. And when I look at my game, I believe that I dominated every single layer of this game. Socially, strategically, basically the idol game, the advantage game. I didn't win the advantage by a fluke. I knew the days. I have it, it's in my bag right now. I have the days, the votes, all the information from this entire game. Finding the idol was no fluke. I found it the night that Jake was eliminated. And I think I've dominated every single aspect of this game, including Muri, because every meeting that Muri had, she would come to Park Stradley, which is where I live, and we would dissect the whole game and make a decision from that.
I have no regrets. I came into this game wanting to have fun, and I did that. Like, I knew that I could like take a backseat approach and just kind of sit around and like keep playing dumb until people carried me to the final two. But that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to stand up and say, you have an alliance with this person, you have an alliance with this person. I know you're playing me. I told you straight up I didn't think you could win.
So Mary, you brought up how you told me that I had no chance of winning this game. That hurt me, so I just want to know like why you would push someone away from you who I saved you many times, many votes. We worked together when we were on the Garage Tribe. So I don't really understand why you would push someone away who was loyal to you.
I knew that you were loyal to me, but I also knew that you were loyal to Allie and Vinny, and I didn't know who. I knew you were more loyal to Allie than me, and my game wasn't about making friends with people. That's like some people's games, but that's not mine. I wanted to go in like guns a-blazing, just like causing havoc and winning the whole thing.
Before anything, congrats. You guys did this together, and from afar it's fun to see people who I got to see a lot of getting to here, so congrats. So I really personally believe you guys for a majority, especially post-merge, had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. Like you said, you're the underdog roles. You become an underdog because you have no idea what's going on. And in Survivor socially, that's the most important thing, at least for me. So my question, they'll have some follow-up to it. Who on the jury, me included, made the worst individual move?
I honestly think it was Will, because I feel like he really didn't speak up for himself at the tribal that he got eliminated at. He could have like basically blown up your game, blown up probably our games, but he just sat there, and that's not how I roll.
The first name that came to my mind, unfortunately, was Jake. I think your biggest mistake in the game was never making the jump from A-Rod to K-Labu. I genuinely did want to work with you in this game, but it just never worked out, and I don't think you ever told me the complete truth.
Following that, obviously for me, the final five vote is one that's really real to me since I got everybody out there. Jackson specifically, I would love to hear what your strategy was with the idol, with voting me instead of Allie or Kelsey. I would just love to hear point to point.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, I found the idol the day before spring break. So, although it was 2 votes, I had the idol for a long time.
Yeah.
And it should be known that Muri did not know about the idol until she won immunity at the final 5. She didn't know that I won the advantage, and I never told her that I had the idol. So I realized that you and Will were running this game, and you had a connection. You had a connection. Well, you, Will, and Allie in my assessment, and you had a connection with Kelsey. You had a connection with Allie. You had a connection. I thought we had a connection from the beginning of this game with the 3 lanky white guys of you, me, and Tyler. So I looked at that and I said, if Vinny doesn't go home tonight, he is for sure winning this game. Because even if you lose the Final 4 immunity challenge, you would do what I did, and you would have no votes cast against you. You had no votes cast against you until that point, and I knew that you and Allie were the 2 targets for that week because I realized that no one was targeting you guys.
Jackson, I think you did a really good job tonight in general. Here's what I see in general. I think you made a couple of the worst moves in the game. I know it's harsh. I think specifically when you went to Jake and tried to throw me and Tyler under the bus, you went from me, you and Tyler being tight 3, you and me the tightest 2, to needing to win a challenge pre-merge to stay in the game. Because you were going to go home. I was going to flip on you because you wanted us out. Yeah. I completely get where you're coming from of being afraid of threats. I personally think you're put in positions that you misplayed, and I think you're just trying to get in well. I think where Muri really hitting people against each other, you try to make big moves, and I think you made the wrong one a lot of the time.
Okay.
Cool. Tyler.
Hello. So congratulations. I'll start with Jackson.
Yeah.
So that conversation that we had at Cal's vote,
Yes.
where I sat down, took off my jacket, and I was like, this is going to be a really hard conversation.
Yes.
How game-changing was that conversation for you, and how sincere were you in the things that you said?
I was 100% sincere with you, because while I did have those conversations with Jake, I was completely loyal to you two at the time. I wanted to make the moves to get you out like I did with Vinny. And so that conversation with you was 100% sincere, and I hope that you can see that by the fact that I didn't vote you out. And I think that the fact that I was able, I mean, Vinny just said that I lost your trust that before that immunity challenge that I won. I was able to regain your trust and through that conversation, and I think that was a very pivotal moment in the game for me.
Okay. Mary, I have two questions for you. I think me and Allie really want to know why you chose us, to pit us against each other.
Because I knew, like, it was perceived in the game that Kelsey was like, Allie was kind of leading Kelsey, so I knew I couldn't choose Kelsey because she would never be a target. And then Vinny, I honestly thought was just like a nice, funny guy. And I knew you were talking to Allie and Kelsey, and I knew that you probably couldn't stand people going against you. Like, I knew you would probably be like kind of offended. So I had a relationship with you that was just forming, and I felt like if I gave you any information, whether it was true or not, you would start to trust me. And same with Allie and Kelsey, like, we were just forming our Three Queens Alliance, and I was like, well, Tyler hates you guys.
Okay, and then my final question for Miri. So there's like a part of the game that you or Jackson didn't get to experience because you were never voted out on the jury. And that is week by week, as more people get voted out, you start to learn more about the game, different point of views, and your opinions start to change people in the game.
Exactly.
And my opinion didn't really change about anyone except for you.
Right.
During the game, I thought you were super kind, super friendly, super innocent. And according to some of my fellow jury members who have given you and Vinny the title of like the villain of the season, why should I award my final vote to the villain?
I was here to win, and I was gonna do everything in my power to win. If that meant me being sassy, if that meant me being mean, if that meant me calling people out, I was gonna do it.
Alright. Thank you.
Just Donohue, last but not least.
Hey guys, really wish I was up there, but I am so proud of you guys for making it that far. I told you two the hardest part of Tribal for you two, if you took one another, was going to be differentiating your gameplay. What differentiates your gameplay from one another?
I feel like Jackson was the thinker of the game, and I was the doer. Because I wasn't afraid to do things. And also I think a great way to differentiate our games is during the swap, where Jackson was almost voted out if he didn't win a competition, whereas I got 2 people, 3 people out, and I was a big part of those 3 votes.
I was definitely the mastermind within this duo. I did use her as a shield. I did put her out there so that way she got all the votes during the merge.
What I see is basically how you guys put it, someone more reserved and making plans, but someone who is willing to do things and to talk to other people. So 2 very different styles of play, I guess. Congrats, that's all I have.
So, Jackson, Mary, I'll give each of you a final minute to give a closing statement as to why you deserve to win this game. And then we're going to move immediately into the final vote. So, Jackson, if you'd like to go first, Jackson.
Again, thank you for all your questions. I want to give you the best information so you can make the most informed decision tonight. I think just on a personal note, I want to win tonight so badly. This game means so much to me. I've literally watched this show since preschool. I've seen every single season, and this is such a big deal to me. And I would really like to win tonight. I believe that I was insanely strategic, and I really was honest and upfront with all of you until the week you were voted out. And I'm very proud of my game, I'm proud of myself, and I am your sole survivor, and I hope that you both win tonight. Thank you, Jackson. Here.
I came here to have fun, and I had the time of my life. I'm so glad that I got to make all those big moves and do crazy things, because I'll never have the opportunity to do it again. I knew coming in I would be underestimated, and I felt that was my probably greatest strength. And I love all you guys. You guys freaking rock, and I know maybe some of you think me as a villain, but I promise in real life I'm actually a good person. And finally, this game has just brought me a really great friend in Jackson.
We'll get right into the vote. Jury, it's a very, very important vote tonight. I want everyone in this room to know that this first season has been one of the most incredible things that has ever happened to probably most of us. It's been one of the most unique experiences that you'll see at Ohio State. And tonight, you guys have the right to elect who represents this season. Who is the first person that you think of when you think of Season 1 of Survivor Time and Change? It's one of these two, and you guys have the right to decide that right about now, all right? We'll get to the vote, all right?
I first just have to say that tonight I was dead set going for Jackson, but wowzers, Muriel spoke so well tonight. I was shocked. I'd love to see someone that I aligned with on day one get my final vote, so I'm voting for Jackson to win the game. But kudos to Muri for really putting up a fight and making me question my vote.
I'm undecided until right now, but I'll vote for the king. Even if he lost, man, he played a hell of a game, and I appreciate that.
Okay, final two. Really don't want to put any of these people, to be honest, but
I went back and forth. My mind really was not made up before this tribal. However, I think Muri was the stronger player in the game, so I'm voting for Muri.
Ooh. You persuaded me, Jackson, and you definitely gave the better final tribal council speech. That being said, you said you're the strategic mastermind, and you made strategic error after strategic error. Good job, Mary. You're the only person who I was actually afraid of in this game. This is going to be a shocker. Honestly, I think this is poetic justice, and congratulations. Great job.
Jackson, here. For the final time, it's time for me to read the votes. Before I do that, I'd like to again thank all of you on an incredible season. So I want to commend both of you on making it this far. I want to commend all of you on being so passionate about this experience. And with that being said, I'm not going to make you wait any longer. I will read the votes. First vote is Mary. Second vote is Jackson. One vote Mary, one vote Jackson. Next vote is Mary. Two votes Mary, one vote Jackson. Next vote is Mary. Jackson. That's 3 votes.
Jackson. That's 3 votes Murray, 3 votes Jackson. This is a vote for the winner of Season 1 of Survivor Time and Change. The winner of Season 1 of Survivor Time and Change is Jackson Tibbs. 83 days of this game was decided on one singular vote. Jackson Tinsley over Muriel Austin. That's all it was. They worked in the whole entire game together. It all came down to one singular vote. Congratulations to Jackson. Congratulations to all of our cast. It was an incredible season. Can't not wait to see what comes next when seasons come. Survivor Time and Change. Thank you very much for investing in our passion for Survivor Time and Change. We're looking forward to having you when seasons down the road. Thank you very, very much. Hope to see you soon. So there you have it, Survivor Time and Change Buckeye Battles, our first ever season here at Ohio State. Congratulations again to Jackson, congrats to Murray, congrats to our entire cast. You guys really brought a passion unlike any other to this game. And for that, I am forever thankful, and you really set the tone for seasons to come here at Ohio State. I want to give a huge thank you to all the people behind the scenes that made this all happen, from the exec board to the production crew, and everyone in between. Without you guys, none of this would have been possible. With the end of Buckeye Battles comes the start of something new. In autumn of 2017, we kicked off our second ever season here at Ohio State, Survivor Time and Change, Our Honor Defend. Be patient with us as we release it. We're hoping for next summer or maybe early fall of next year. But be patient, we promise that we'll deliver. Thank you guys for supporting us all throughout this season and for all the comments and feedback and for liking, sharing, subscribing, everything. We hope that you like what you saw and that you stick with us for seasons to come. Thank you so much for believing in our passion, Survivor Time and Change. Go Bucks.